Hello everyone. Hi. Welcome to my channel. My name is Garaveli Kaimbe. If this is your first time, please do remember to subscribe on the box down below. And for those of you that have been around, thank you so much for your likes, your comments, and all the good stuff. Today we are going to start with our weekly Bible study podcast. Today is Friday and this is our first day. And today I'm going to do a Bible study on the book of Jeremiah 18 from verse 1 to verse 6. I'm sure most of us are familiar with the story where Jeremiah was instructed by the Lord to go to the potter's house because God wanted to give him a specific message for the house of Israel. And I'm going to not waste much of your time. We are going to get started. This is the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord. I'm reading from Jeremiah 18 from verse 1. It says, "Go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message." So I went down to the potter's house, and I saw him working at the wheel. Verse 4. But the pot he was shaping from the clay was marred in his hands. So the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it as seemed best to him. Verse 5. Then the word of the Lord came to me, O house of Israel, can I not do with you as this potter does? Declares the Lord. Like clay in the hand of the potter, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel. I love what it says in verse 6. Like clay in the hand of the potter, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel. I can certainly say this message is for anyone and everyone that feels like they are broken. And I want to assure you today that just as the clay in the potter's hand, so are you in the master's hand, so are you in God's hands, is able to restore you. If you are feeling broken, you are feeling like you had a series of broken relationships, or where you were maybe violated, or maybe you were abused in that relationship, and you feel like you cannot trust again. You feel like your hope has been shattered. You feel like there is no way forward for you. I want to assure you that God can restore you again and shape you into the woman, into the man that he wants you to be. Have you made any bad career decisions that makes you feel like, oh my goodness, am I ever gonna get out of this? I want to assure you that God is able to restore you to your original position. God is able to restore your finances. There is no mistake that God cannot forgive. There is no sin too great for God to forgive. And just like clay in the master's hand, in the potter's hand, God is able to renew you. I want to encourage somebody today that is feeling like their health is deteriorating. Things are not looking forward. Things are not looking clear in terms of their health. I want to assure you that the God that you serve is able to heal you, is able to restore your health. Just as the Bible tells us in the book of Isaiah 53 verse 5, that God is able to restore us through his blood. And I want to encourage somebody again that is feeling like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this hurt, or this is pain from the past that I'm feeling in my marriage, in my family? How am I going to get through this? I want to assure you that God is able to restore you. God is able to do with you what he wants you to do. Just like the clay was marred in the potter's hands, your life can be marred today. Your life can be messed up today. Your life can be in a state of confusion today. But I want to assure you that the potter can form it into another shape. He can change the shape. He can strengthen you. He can do that to strengthen you. Maybe you were just a simple little teacup when you got hurt, but God is able to rebuild you and turn you into a coffee cup, into a big cup that is stronger than the one that you were before. If God can do that, if God can do that, what is impossible for him to do? I love the explanation, or I love the expression used here of the clay. Like clay in the hand of the potter, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel. Just like clay in the hand of the potter, so are you in God's hands. Surrender yourself. Do not allow doubt or anything to get you away from the Lord. God is able to heal you. God is able to deliver you. God is able to restore you. But most importantly, what I want to encourage you through this message is that God is able to rebuild you into your original state. God is able to rebuild you and shape you into the type of woman that he wants you to be, into the type of man that he wants you to be. Just trust him. Allow yourself to be vulnerable in his hands, knowing well that he can do with you what he says he can do. Just like he did with the house of Israel, he's able to do it in you and with you. He's able to do that work in you. He's able to restore you. He's able to give you a new life once more. Just keep trusting him, and God bless you.